Hello, Adolf. So just a quick reminder, Adolf did this in Austria, the Anschluss, and in Czechoslovakia, the Sudetenland. And America, Britain, Europe let him. And then he wanted Poland and took it. So from my perspective as a historian / journalist, I see that Xi and China and Putin have made a deal. And the deal is that Putin will control Central Europe and Western Asia, where China will control the Pacific up until Wake Island and South Asia. These will be what they call spheres of influence. That's why these two villains have come together. Because they see that NATO and the United States are not as strong as they used to be. Okay? That is the big picture here. So when you hear your American compatriots say, oh, what do we care? Well, Ukraine, come on. We're not getting involved in that. Why don't we get involved with that? Because there has to be some kind of order in the world. There has to be some kind of law and order. And if you start to violate international law, as Putin clearly is doing, and nobody punishes you, you're going to keep doing it. Again, Putin didn't have to do this. It doesn't mean anything to Russia. His security is not threatened. The last thing on earth NATO would want to do is to start a war with Russia. Come on. So that's the big picture as far as the foreign policy is concerned. Let's come to the United States. So some conservatives are saying it's Biden's fault, Biden administration's fault. That's not true. It's the American people's fault for electing a weak man like Joe Biden. So if you watch the Trump-O'Reilly history tour over the weekend, and we're going to extend that this week because of it's so serious, you heard Trump say that he had an arrangement, a personal arrangement with Putin, that Putin would not cause trouble for us and we would not cause trouble for Putin. And Putin held to that for 4 years, even though he hacked. We all know he did that. He's a villain. He can't stop. He's a criminal and a villain. But Trump kept him in a box, all right, because Putin knew Trump would hurt him. Putin doesn't think that Biden will hurt him. And that brings us to what should happen now. Well, the Biden administration and NATO have to put severe sanctions on Russia. Now, just today, the ruble declined even more. I think it's 79 rubles to the dollar now, or the currency's getting battered. But Biden has to do it. Not only it's the right thing to do, but if Biden doesn't do it, then he may be impeached. He may be booted because he's done with Afghanistan on his resume. He has to do it.